that noise I hear? Could it be? It's the Velveteen Harv!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Harvey, welcome to the show once again. How do you do, kind sir?
Oh, I am family life, watching wrestling occasionally. You know how I do.
Dude, there's no reason to watch occasionally. It sucks lately. Like, I've had long conversations with Hambone here on how, like, I don't want to do a standalone wrestling podcast because I don't want to have to watch Raw.
Yeah, Raw's it's been kind of rough lately.
It's been the drizzle shit. I mean, it's been like, there's a reason why its ratings suck. And I'm sorry, having Seth Rollins come out to say it sucks does not make it good.
Yeah, it just makes it meta and weird.
It's not a pipe bomb. It's not a pipe bomb. It's not working. Harvey, welcome to the show. We have had a very, very long episode of this episode while waiting for you to come on, so we will not babble too much. Instead, I do want to get your feelings on the last couple of weeks of wrestling, and, you know, why? Why do you think it's been so bad?
I don't know. Is it the same people that were booking it for years?
Yeah, Vince McMahon.
He needs some help. He needs somebody to come in. I don't understand. There's all this talent. It's not like he doesn't have anything to work with. There's so much to work with. He's just gotten lazy. There's no competition, really. There's no reason. There's nothing pushing him. He's not getting that kick in the ass, and that's what he needs. That might be it.
I don't know. It's been unwatchable. The last 3 weeks I've literally watched on Twitter. I've been watching SmackDown. SmackDown's still been very good because they try new things, like seeing Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan open up the show.
Cool.
That was excellent. There's so much, like, SmackDown just knows how to make us just surprised. We don't need to see the same 4 people who are going to fight at the pay-per-view fight in various versions of the tag team that they're like in various tag teams. I can't. I don't even know how to explain it. You know what I'm talking about.
Without question.
I think more than anything, it's just that they know everything's going to change and the new programming is going to happen. Road to WrestleMania starts at Rumble, so it's just phoning it in to the end of the year. That's kind of what it is, except for Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch is great. And I think there is like 18 matches on Sunday. There's 11 matches on Sunday. Some of this shit needs to be moved to the pre-show because there's too many matches. We're not going to talk about all of them. I think the one thing we definitely are most looking forward to is this 3-way dance between Becky Lynch, the man, Charlotte, and Asuka. And I honestly think Asuka is winning the title on Sunday.
I think she might. As well. And I think that they did a very good job making me want to see a 3-way dance at this pay-per-view. And I will tell you, I'm actually going to read this out loud because this is the kind of fire that Becky Lynch is bringing to the women's division. She tweeted the other day, one day ago, "So Graves has been saying I'm too cocky and I talk too much on social media. Like that's a bad thing. I drum up more interest in one tweet than you do with 5 hours of your Heenan Light routine every week. Listen, I'm here to make history. You're just here to observe me do it." The man is on fire.
Ooh. So this can go. Look, they can go 2 ways. Becky needs to lose the belt because Becky needs to win it at the Royal Rumble, or Becky needs to be the number. Becky needs to go in challenging Ronda Rousey for the Raw belt, and I think that's how you get to it. It doesn't work if she's already the champion. Like, there's no story there.
There's no skin. There's no skin if it's champion.
Yeah. So they have 2 options. It's like, give it to Charlotte and go safe, or just blow us all away and give it to Asuka.
Either way, I don't think Becky's getting pinned.
Yeah, exactly. Either way,
no, not at all.
And either way, I don't think Becky is going to walk out as the champion.
She doesn't even need the belt anymore.
Exactly.
You're right. She's the Andre the Giant of her generation. That's right. The belt is unnecessary. Personally, as much as I love Asuka, I feel like if you're going to do this 3-way dance and Becky doesn't need the belt, surprise us and put somebody else in this 3-way who we would just somebody we would just assume would lose and have them win. Like, I don't know who it would be. I mean, Carmella's been champ and whatever. But but there was an opportunity there to do something completely different because everybody's going to assume Becky's going to retain. But they're not thinking that way. That would have been fun.
So, as the only person who can actually speak to hip-hop on this show, Harvey, what did you think of the bar during their Usos rap battle?
I was offended in so many ways that I'm disgusted. I yearned for a Vanilla Ice freestyle, and yet it didn't come. And oh my God, why? Is that the best that they can come up with?
Couldn't they have sprung the extra $5 to have flown Vanilla Ice out to have made this actually a funny segment?
Vanilla Ice doesn't play, man. No, you got to pay him up.
I know. His work, his home flipping show does very well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is proof that just because you slap someone into an Adidas tracksuit does not mean that they're automatically going to get over fine. You know?
Exactly. It just shows how many times are they going to do this little freestyle thing? Doesn't it just show you how little there is in the tag team division? It's just these three. It's just they can't create anything new. Do something different. We need some tag team to come into this whatever match they're going to have and kick all their asses or something. Just put them all through tables and do something.
But you forgot
it's
Harvey.
Not going to happen.
Harvey, we've had this conversation before. Vince McMahon doesn't like tag teams.
So then having all three of them in one match at a TLC, that fits. I guess.
I've got nothing. I think, I don't know if it was Bubba Ray. I think it was Bubba Ray Dudley said it this week. The dumbest move they have is not making that match an actual TLC match.
Yes. Why?
Because that could live up to what they used to do back in the day.
I have no doubt that the three of those in an actual TLC match would bring the house down.
Or even Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander if that was the TLC match. But that's not either. What we have instead is we have Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio in a chairs match. No interest in that match whatsoever. I love them both, but like Ray is not working Ray is Ray. Randy Orton hasn't been good ever. You have Elias and Bob and your brother Bobby Lashley.
Oh, asses shall be kicked
in a ladder match, and I have a weird feeling that it's gonna be what's his name going through.
Leo Rush.
Leo Rush is going to be thrown off the top of something bad.
It's just funny to me, the actual TLC match, of all the people that they have on this show that they could have done this with, Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin.
Which isn't supposed to happen. So here's the story behind that. Baron Corbin made that match because Braun Strowman is injured and legitimately just got surgery, so he's going to forfeit the match. They've got to have a swerve on that.
I think Finn Balor's supposed to be first.
But no,
Corbin.
Because Finn Balor is fighting Drew McIntyre. Is jobbing to Drew McIntyre.
Damn right.
You know what? You're right.
And not only is he jobbing, but he's coming out as the demon, and he's going to job as the demon. It's going to be even worse. Watch.
It's going to be. That's horrible.
What they're going to do. It is going to be horrible. So much talent and such a waste. It's borderline rude.
Well, I'll at least say this for this TLC. At least they have stipulations going in. Unlike that one TLC where there's no actual TLC.
Can I just say that I wouldn't be surprised if Natalya Ruby Riott is maybe one of the better matches of the night?
Oh, yeah, I think that match has the potential. I mean, they're actually building a story, like a real heat story. But
yeah, how did you guys feel about seeing Dad on the table? How did you feel about that?
I just don't care.
I think for me, I thought that was all right. That's a bold move.
I saw Owen Hart die and then continue the show.
Yeah. This is not even a surprise. You're right.
You're not allowed to touch that microphone anymore, Hambone.
I'm trying my best.
You are so uncoordinated right now.
I'm just having a day. Having a bear of a time. Yeah, I mean, for me, I thought that's the typical thing WWE does, where it's like, hey, man, we're just going to address it by doing it in the most obnoxious way possible. So here's your dead father on a table that this girl's going to put you through.
So rude.
He would have loved it. I'm sure Natty signed off on it. It is what it is. For what it's worth, I met some basketball player this week who I'd never heard of before.
Some basketball player?
Are you stopping?
And
even I know who he is.
So I had no idea who he was. And I go over there. I mean, I knew his name because he does Palm. He owns Palm. And I met him, and I'm just I introduced myself, and he's just like, so-and-so. And I'm like, look, if you're not a pro wrestler, I have no idea who you are, which is my normal go-to. And he goes, well, that's funny because I happen to have a world heavyweight title. And then I found out afterwards he actually has one of those, the real world heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Triple H sends those out to everybody.
Yes. So that was kind of funny.
How about sending one to me, Triple H?
Well, with Hambone plates.
With Hambone plates.
So that actually he actually responded to me with that, which is pretty funny.
That's great.
Yeah, I was so jet lagged if I knew who. Like I was watching that game. That was my first pro basketball game. By the way, I've never been to a basketball game before.
I finally went to one in Cleveland like 2 years ago.
They have pyro bigger than like a Raw back when they had pyro.
Oh yeah,
like the entrances are insane.
Yeah,
like,
and they're a big. His team's a big deal.
I had never heard of them before. Like I really never heard of the Golden State Warriors before.
Wow.
No, I couldn't think of. Like I think like they must have been like a no-name team in the 80s. Like I've never heard of them.
Well, they've been bad for a long time. They were bad for a long time, and then they had a nice sort of run. So obviously, we're talking about Steph Curry, who you met. So I
got yelled at by my wife because I keep calling him Stephen Curry.
George.
Because Stephen is technically how it's said, but whatever.
Harv, I'm wagging my finger at him right now.
I understand.
I'm admonishing him.
Hit him with a basket. That's what you do. Throw something at his head. That's what you do.
Harvey, I got a call. We already talked about this earlier, but this show's running so long it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I got a call. I just got back from California. I got a call from my boss saying you need to get out to California to cover for a colleague whose kid's sick. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it. They do it for me. I do it for them. Hop into a plane the next morning, fly back out to California to basically be like, we're like, oh, we have to babysit reporters while they wait to interview this guy. And we sat there in the locker room for like an hour and a half waiting for him to come in. I'm like, oh, he's not tall. That's the only thing I could think of.
Was he really not tall?
No, I mean, I think he was about my height.
6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, he may have been a little taller than me.
Tall.
He may have been a little taller than me. I'm 6.
Hey,
and I'm
from the 5'8" in the room. That's tall, dude.
Yeah,
that's tall.
I'm 5'6". He's huge to me.
Yeah. Anyway, so anyway, he does have a world heavyweight title, which makes him better than me. But
I mean, is he a fan, or is it just because Triple H likes to get
I think they sent them titles.
Every professional team that wins anything, as soon as they win, Triple H tweets something out and he just sends belts out. I mean, he's completely diluting them now. They're not even special anymore. Everybody's got one.
It would be special to me if Triple H sent me one.
And I also don't think, and the thing is, I think he sends one to every player. I think they show the one, but if you're going to press up plates, you're pressing them up for the whole team.
Oh yeah, I mean, because if I was on the team, I would totally fight someone else on the team to get that belt. Be like, look, you could have the trophy.
we got everybody on the team little Palm Pilots.
Oh, that's
we actually
awesome.
had to make them. We had to etch their names on them. It was really cute.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
You should see my coworkers trying to figure out how to do that. Like, we got to get their numbers on the back of the phone, but it's a very small phone. The first time I got to say one joke really quickly. The first time I saw the phone, we had the Palms in the office months ago, and I wasn't handling that phone because I was doing the red phone at the time. And my friend pulls it out. It was the first time I'd seen it, and I had been waiting for that moment forever because I don't know if you've ever seen Zoolander,
yes.
But I jumped in front of him, grabbed his hand, and yelled in the middle of the open workplace, "What is this? A phone for ants?" And the people in the room that got it. Everyone else just looked at me like I was insane. But I had been waiting so long to pull that joke out, and it hit well. It hit well. I'm excited for Dan O'Brien versus AJ Styles. This could be good. I love the way.
If Les AJ gets the balls again.
I didn't watch SmackDown last week. I must have missed the episode where he finally ripped the plates out of the belt because everybody. Did he do it on air? Did they show it?
I don't remember.
Because he had no plates on. He got new plates now. I think they just say his name.
You know what? And this is my thing. You want an extreme, bold choice for TLC? AJ, wear a cup. For the love of God.
Seriously.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of people who believe, like, the moon landing didn't happen,
but you should believe in protecting your junk, okay? You're an adult. Wear a cup.
Well, yeah, he's been. How many times have somebody?
Nakamura nutshot him at least 6 times.
Oh yeah, at some point, I mean, put something on. Have the wife put something on. Have him come out as RoboCop. Do something.
Anything.
Anything.
Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax might be Ronda Rousey's first shit match.
I don't know.
Nia Jax has been hot garbage lately.
She has, and I really don't like the the whole like trying to capitalize on breaking Becky Lynch's face. Like, I'm the face breaker. Like, look, you got nothing. Becky Lynch is the one that stood there. She took the punch. She bled all over the place, and now she's just burning down the entire Twitter. So I don't know.
What the problem is that Nia's not good enough either on the mic or on social media to capitalize on it. If you had somebody who was good, you could have run with it. After a while, you come out the back and you stick your hands out in the air. Oh, yeah, I did it. Now I don't care after 2 weeks.
You know, all she had to do didn't have to say anything. All she had to do was come out on Raw the next night in a T-shirt that said, "I broke Becky's nose."
Yeah, they've done that before.
And then that's it. That's all she's got to say. And you know what they would have done with those T-shirts? Printed money.
I mean, I think Seth Rollins did that when he broke John Cena's nose.
Yeah, and that's it. It's I broke Wahoo's leg, but dude, that's all she had to do, and just act like whatever, man. I just beat this girl up. That's what I do. I beat people up, and that's all she would have to say. But no.
Or they could have just had her come out and just attack somebody on the roster and punch them in the face. Every week, she's just punching somebody in the face. I'm going through your roster. I'm breaking noses every week. And who's going to stop me? You know, something. There's easy ways to capitalize on this, but there's
Yep.
But Nia Jax isn't the one.
No.
Can I just say, we don't think Daniel Bryan's dropping the belt at all, right? I mean, I don't see that happening.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying. I'm not saying he might not, but I don't know because this whole thing has been a little bit of a kerfluffle.
Dude, they turned him, and then they're gonna have him drop the belt. I couldn't see it.
It would be really bad look if they did. I just don't know what AJ's path to WrestleMania is right now. And I think you guys, I don't know if you guys heard, but a few WrestleMania things are starting to leak out.
All right,
we can look forward to now Randy Orton wrestling. Is it AJ Styles? Was that the one I had heard? There is some pretty, like, so far some of the stuff I'm a little weird, but Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar is looking like to be the headlining match, which actually would be really good because it will finally be the comeback story we wanted back in the day that we never got.
Right.
When he lost the Universal title and came back as a heel for some stupid reason. Mm-hmm. And Shawn Michaels versus Daniel Bryan, rumored around, but I don't know how true those would be. That would be a great story too.
Teacher versus student.
People wanted to do that back when, and they didn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know either.
I don't know if I care. I mean, I know you love HBK, but I don't know if I don't care right now. He's gonna have to make me care. I don't.
Do you know what I care about right now, Harvey?
What's that, sir?
The best show on television right now.
Oh, tell me about it. What is it?
Edge and Christian Season 2.
I hear it's awesome.
No. It's not even here. You thought Season 1 got great towards the end. This season is incredible.
I gotta watch it later.
Incredible. Tommy Dreamer just puts it all on the table. Like, it is the return of Carlito, the return of fucking what's his name? The Italian guy. Santino. The fact that they name dropped the Young Bucks on the show.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my God.
I saw that clip.
This is so good. This week's episode 3, was all about this mass luchador from back in the day who was a Dutch luchador and would only wrestle in clogs. And it follows the story of him through 3 segments. And there's one point where he accidentally kicks the clog and it cuts off his mentor's head. And the guy playing the Dutch mass luchador is Shawn Michaels.
Shut up.
And he does it so well. He does a little jig after his little Dutch dance and yes, it is so well. Shawn Michaels has been in every episode so far. He's
just having fun nowadays.
It is so funny. Yeah. They do a Weekend of Bernie thing with the corpse of Vince McMahon.
I love it.
First of all, I don't think Vince has seen the show ever.
God, I hope not.
And I also
get canceled.
I also feel that it was canceled. They didn't have any money in the budget to do it. I think now they just figure out how to do. I think I'm gonna be shocked if Edge and Christian are writing the whole thing themselves.
Oh, I bet.
It just hits on so many levels. It's so bad and great, and again, Tommy Dreamer they did a Goonies spoof where Tommy Dreamer's Chunk.
I saw that.
Oh, bastards!
It is amazing, and I think they actually have the real guy who plays Sloth or whatever his name is, the fucked up looking dude.
Yeah, Sloth.
The football player, Sloth.
I don't know if he was a football. The deformed guy.
Oh no, he was a football. What was
He
his
wasn't?
name?
No.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I think he was a football player under the mask. Well, listen, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm looking forward to check it out. Definitely check it out. If you haven't seen Shawn Michaels in the Marine 6, definitely check it out.
We never talked about the Marine 6.
We never talked about the Marine 6.
Marine 6? See, I'm up for doing a wrestling show where we talk about everything about wrestling on the periphery and not talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, let's just create a podcast where we just review WWE films. Do you know there's been 32 WWE films?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's crazy how many people have had their own WWE film up to, it's crazy. Like, people have only been there for a second, like the Rougeau guy. Like, there are so many movies, but the Marine 6, Shawn Michaels stole the movie.
Oh, he did.
Is he a heel?
No, he's a sidekick.
Come on.
He's a sidekick, and it's so weird that I'm like, why did you come out of it? Like, he clearly is just there's a good chance we might see him at WrestleMania in some capacity.
We might. I mean, Harv, Becky Lynch is the villain in this movie. You definitely want to check this movie out.
It's worth an hour 20. Like, it really is when your kids go to bed. Like, it's kind of insane. It's the best Marine movie.
I will tell you, Miz is fantastic. Everyone's great in this movie. It's
the story that's dumb.
But it works out. It all kind of comes out in the wash at the end, and you're just like, I can't believe I just really enjoyed the Marine 6.
Did they leave it open to a 7th?
Yeah, in a way. Just watch the movie.
Shawn Michaels very much plays like Sylvester Stallone in John Rambo, the final Rambo movie.
Okay.
It's really weird. It's so, I don't even know how to explain it. They kind of do it's partially, it's like Raid Redemption.
It's kind of like the Raid Redemption,
which also, Harvey, if you've never seen Raid Redemption, it's one of the best movies ever made. It's very Battle Royale, but in a building with Asians. Oh, that's Battle Royale.
Yeah, but just out in the wild.
Battle Royale, one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
I thought Marine 6 was one of the best WWE movies I've seen since Shawn Michaels' Jesus movie.
Ooh. I just remember that scene. I've never seen the movie, but I remember the scene where he's the mechanic. Is that the one where he's the mechanic and he's just fixing cars?
I don't remember.
Did you watch Shawn Michaels' Jesus movie?
I didn't watch Shawn Michaels' Jesus movie.
I was going to say, man.
No, I would never watch that without you, Hambone.
I would tag Harvin for that.
All right. What match are you most looking forward to this pay-per-view, Hambone? Let's bring this thing around.
I want to see the man.
Want to see the man?
Want to see the man.
Harvey, what about you?
As much as I'd like to say my brother put the beat down on Elias, I'm gonna want to see Natalya and Ruby Riott. I feel like there's potential. I think we can do something. The women are getting this push. I feel like if they have a good match, we can do something. So that's my sleeper pick for a good match.
My sleeper is obviously Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander.
That's easy.
Though that will probably be pre-showed. I don't know. I guess I'm about to go with Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles because I think they have a match they need to do to prove they can have a match because they didn't have it at the last pay-per-view.
No, agreed.
You know, I mean, it was okay. That match was okay, but it wasn't like the last pay-per-view he fought Brock Lesnar. From that match on SmackDown was very good, but I would like to see them have a full match.
Right, agreed.
Hopefully a long match. Hopefully they'll close the show with that match. Though there's a very good chance they might close with
Man.
I could see them closing with the Man. I could also see
Ronda.
No, they can't close with Ronda. I actually just looked at that. No, they can't close with Ronda. They can't close with Ronda.
Well, because it's Nia Jax, but that's gonna suck. But
anyway, let's close this wonderful episode out. Thank you so much for joining us. The Velveteen Dream, the Velveteen Harv.
That's how you can find me. Oh yes, thanks for saying it. That worked out.
Oh, Velveteen Harv. That it looks good on your Twitter handle too. How can the kids reach you?
The Velveteen Harv. We can discuss wrestling. I've been in an argument with the family because I still decide that the best superhero movie is Superman, the original, and I will fight anyone who says different.
Перебиты, поломаны крылья, серой болью всю душу свело.